that because we're having to run the power across the solar, and we had a alternative to run it across the battery. We should have. We've got two negatives and one positive.
There's two
All
positives.
hooked up to the well, one's hooked up to a ground.
Right, but one positive goes to the front battery. The other positive goes to the inverter in the back, which is why there's two positives.
Well, actually, there are two negatives. One is hooked up to a ground, and the other one is hooked up to the solenoid. You know that, right?
Yeah, but
That's two different circuits. The negative is hooked up to two different circuits.
so what does that mean?
Well, it means that we need a battery. We need something that works like a battery here.
Well, I've got a battery there, but it's not any good. It's going to drain the other batteries if we hook it up to that.
We don't want to do that.
I can't afford to buy another battery either.
No, I'm not saying that either. Just a minute. I'm just trying to figure out the circuit. Why it's working and not working now.
So, as you know, I've been having nonstop solar issues, and for some reason, when I had the controller and everything hooked up to the battery here in the original box, everything was working inside except the solar, and the solar was charging good, but only that battery. When I got the secondary battery and put it in the back box and tried the inverter, it would drain the back battery. So basically we figured that something wasn't connected right and they were too far apart, not a good enough cable, big enough cable to connect the two. And then I thought it was weird when we were changing everything over and moving this battery into that battery, because before this one, when I started using two charge controllers for both separate batteries and monitoring what happened when I flipped a switch, when I flipped on the water pump or the lights, it showed on the controller on this battery right here that was in the front, but it wouldn't show any difference in the back. And then when I flipped on the new 2000 watt inverter in the back, it would show on that controller hooked up to that battery in the back that it was taking charge, that it was, the numbers would go down, but it didn't show anything on this controller for this battery. And every time I turned around, when the solar was connected to just this battery, we thought it was all one circuit, that it would all charge itself, but it wouldn't charge the back battery. The back battery was brand new and it kept dying. So, as you've seen in the last video, we moved both the batteries into the battery box with the 2000 watt inverter, and now the solar is working great, and it's charging, and both batteries are the same. But when we move the battery from this box, I have no lights, no power for my panel to tell me what my tanks are at, no power for my water pump, so I'm back to square one again. So we're trying to figure out what's going on, because apparently whatever ran those things is connected to this box, and this box is not connected to that one like we thought. There's something missing, because everything that's connected to this box doesn't work now that it's not directly connected to a battery in that box. So we're consulting with Frank. Mark's trying to figure it out. We're just kind of rolling ideas in our heads, and we're going to try and figure this out. If we can do it, we're going to do it. If this works, we got this stuff yesterday. So we figure there's no negative wire. There's a positive wire connecting the two boxes, but there's no negative wire connecting the two. So we got cable enough to string from that box to this box, and got a couple of bus bars, thinking that maybe Mark can make a phantom kind of battery in that box to kind of trick it into thinking there is power in that box. So that's really the only idea that we have right now. So if we can't figure it out, I might go live and get some opinions. But yeah, so far that's our plan. We're still mulling over ideas. As you can see, he's still thinking. So I will let you guys know what happens when we figure out our next move. See you later. Welcome to another one of What the Heck is Wrong This Time? So, as you know, we took the battery out, lost all power to everything else. We tried everything. We tried making another negative cable. I tried hooking up the converter under the couch because last time the reason we bypassed it was because it was turning on the converter. So we bypassed the converter to plug in the fridge, and it was taking so much power that it was just draining the battery. But it could have been the way the batteries were set up last time too. So we don't know. We're just kind of grasping at straws. So Mark and I decided the only other option left to test this out is to use my gel cell battery, the old one, which isn't very good. Don't know how old it is. I got it from the Boondocking Bash last year, if you guys remember, if you were with me that long. I've been charging it all day. It's fully charged. And we're going to hook it up just like the other battery was in that compartment and see what happens. If it works, don't hurt yourself, Mark. If it works, and our next step after that is to basically monitor it to see if it's going to drain the back batteries. If it doesn't have any drain on the back batteries, great. But we can always disconnect the back batteries from the front battery. And after that, I don't know. We'll go from there. But right now, I just want lights and power back.
Tape, big time.
Electric tape?
Electric tape, yes.
1 second. Hold on. So I didn't think of it until this morning, but we should have actually taken a picture of the battery, how it was hooked up before, because there were so many cables going everywhere. I was talking to Frank yesterday about it, and Jimmy. I did a video chat with him, telling him about it, seeing if he could help, and we're just kind of mystified of what's going on. Only option is that I have 2 different separate circuits, one to run household stuff, and the other one that I need to run the fridge. So if that's the case, I'm going to have another solar panel, because I'm going to have another solar panel to go into this battery compartment. So yeah, that's what's going on, and we'll let you know how it goes. Peace out. So we tried. Didn't work. Put the other battery in exactly like the last battery was in. It was not working. I still have no power, no water pump, so I'm back to the way it was when I bought the freaking thing. It seems like it doesn't matter what I do or how much money I spend and go broke with this thing. It just keeps telling me this. Just one step forward, steps back. We have no other ideas to try. We put it back exactly like it was, and I still have no power inside. Nothing is working. I have literally run out of ideas. And I'm so out of freaking money. I spent every cent getting this thing to work, and I can't even use the fridge until I figure out what the hell is going on. And I have, like I said, no lights, no water pump. I'm back to the water jug on the sink, using lanterns and solar lights inside at night. It's like I feel like all the money and effort and blood and sweat that I've put into this thing in the last 2 years has gotten me nowhere. I've got a working solar system now that's not running anything other than the fridge, if I can even run that. This is so frustrating, you guys. So frustrating. If you've been following me since I bought this, you know all the stuff I've done to this. I've pretty much been rebuilding the entire thing, and just when I think I'm going up in the world, I get right back to where I started. I don't know, the only thing left is getting it to court site because my friend Mike is there. Y'all know Living Free. We were at the slabs together. I've known him since 2014. He offered to take a look and see what he can do. And I know he can do it. I just got to get it there. And now I don't even know if I have enough money left in my bank account to make it there because it's almost 200 miles. And then last night I was looking for a noise that I kept hearing out here, and I noticed a leak under my rig because I had the flashlight and my radiator, my hose basically for the radiator is leaking. And that's one hose that I haven't replaced yet. One of the very few. So it may just be need a new, what do you call it, the clamp, or it just needs to be tightened. Hopefully that's it, because there's freaking coolant dripping everywhere. But if it's dripping on one thing, I know from previous experience that it's dripping on more. So it could just be dripping down from one place. So that can be easily fixed. But I need power. I need my water pump back. I want back what I had, you know? I don't think that's asking for a lot. All I've wanted for the last 2 years with this is an RV that works like it's supposed to. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'll let you guys know what happens next. Let me figure it out. There's no reason for this to be happening. None. It's so frustrating. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up. Wish me luck, because I'm going to need it. I'll see you later. Peace out. Before closing, guys, I'm pissed. I'm out of ideas. I'm stressed, so I'm just trying to relax now, because when I put the negative wires back on the batteries in the back, when I checked the controller, it said 27 point something. So that told me that there was a major surge of power going to the controller. And Mark and Terry went for a four-wheeler ride, so he wasn't here to help. So all I could think of to do was flip the breaker, take off the negative cables again, and take out the battery that we just put into the original battery box. Because from what I'm gathering, I'm not a genius, I'm not an expert in any way, but when your controller says 27 point something and it flipped the controller breaker, that's bad. That means there's too much power going through the system. So even though he disconnected the positive wire from the inverter in the back, somehow something is still connecting the two together. That's my theory anyway. So I took off, I totally disconnected and took out the battery we just put in the old box. And the controller went back down to 13.4, which is great, but I still have to look it up on Google because I don't have the manual, because it was a gift from Jimmy at the Boondocking Bash last year. So I know it did that before, and we somehow reset it, and I thought it was taking the negative cables off, but that didn't work. So I'm going to have to look it up on Google Maps, or Google, you know. Anyway, I'm really frustrated right now, and I'm at my wit's end with this thing. So at least I know there's not a major power surge going through there. It makes absolutely no sense. Like I said, no freaking sense at all. So I just wanted to mention what I just did and what happened before I forget to do it tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's going on. There's something seriously messed up about this freaking thing, and nobody can seem to figure out what. So I'm probably going to have to live without power again for at least a couple more days, because our 14 days is up in a couple of days. And then I'm pretty sure we're going to go to Core Site from there. So hopefully Mike can figure this out, because we really don't know what else to do. So yeah, I just wanted to add that before I closed out this video. And I'm going to just sit around and try to calm down now, because I'm really irritated. So again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and wish me the luck, because I'm going to need it. See y'all later. Peace. She's learning so fast. Awesome. And she's even got her safety goggles on. Safety first. There's a ranger here. Jerry, hang on. How you doing?
I'm putting in orders right now. Are you guys hunting or just goofing around?
She just got a brand new van and I've got a 42-year-old rig. So
Well,
we're trying to work on them.
We're doing a little roofing.
Building.
Okay.
Roofing stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of all the stuff. Probably it will complete with us.
Sounds
Yeah.
good, guys. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
We
just
always
calling to
clean
make-
up after ourselves.
Making sure you're okay and making sure you clean up. So
Yeah,
perfect.
we will definitely will be straight.
Super. Have fun.
Thanks.
Good job. You cut it straight. That's important.
It's our first time too. I'm proud.
Okay, I think I should go over there now.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, whose quad is it? Real fast.
Yes.
So your OHV sticker is expired. So don't drive it around or you get a ticket.
Okay, okay.
You have a current one?
I got a renewal and I haven't got it put on.
Okay,
so.
if you got one, just make sure you get it put on.
Okay.
And since it's sitting here, I'm just giving you.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Sure.
I pulled it out the back. I'll put it down.
I think we need to talk about your
We've been keeping him really busy in his defense.
He's got 2 girls to take care of.
Yep.
I'm gonna get out of here before they put me to work.
Oh, you better hurry.
Come back and check on
You
him.
know how much you know about electrical. He was nice. So I thought I'd show you guys what camp looks like before we leave, because we're heading to leave in a couple of days. So this is our camp. There's a lot of moo cows everywhere. The ranger just stopped by. He was really nice, as you've seen. And we're just working on projects. At least they are now. I'm going to get to some editing because I'm really behind. Look at this, guys. This Mark needs a shout out here because look at this. This guy makes sure that we eat good every single night. Look at what he made. Look at this. We got shrimp, kielbasa, onions. It looks like french fries. Did you cut those yourself? Look at this.
No, I got them out of the package.
Oh, it's so yummy.
Idaho. There you go.
He makes sure that we eat good every night. Terry's working, I'm working on editing, and he makes us eat. So I just wanted to show you all that. See you later.